What's going on, world? Brian Wright here, and you're now tuned into the Brian Wright Radio Show, where we offer value in the form of content that'll help you change your mindset, change your life, and become the best version of yourself. No matter what race, religion, creed, gender, none of that stuff matters because, as I always say, we are the human race. So today I went walking for ideas, but today traffic was flowing a little weird. So I decided to take a detour, and I never go this way, but I feel like the universe shows you what it needs to show you in order for you to get a message out there. Like every day is different. And if you think of it like that, every day is a learning experience. You'll be surprised the ideas that you get. But anyways, I was on the road and I pulled up to a stop sign. Now, I know about this place, but you never see it and it never means anything to you until you really think about it. What was in front of me was a graveyard, and I froze for a second and I thought to myself, I'm going to be there one day. How everyone's going to be there one day. And when I'm gone, what is the impact that I want to leave on this earth? That's all people are going to have of us, our memories. And it just made me think time is flying. And every year that goes by, I'm getting closer and closer. We're getting closer and closer. So what am I going to do now in order to ensure that when that time comes, that everything will be okay? And it made me think of some of the guys I went to school with. Some of them in jail, some of them dead. And the ones that's dead, it was pretty young. And I thought to myself at a friend's funeral one time, this person was a smart guy. He had good grades. He was able to do anything he wanted to do. But because of a bad decision, now he's in the ground. And we'll never know what he was meant to do on this earth. And when I got to looking at that graveyard, I thought about the people that were there. I don't know them. And I thought to myself, I wonder did these people get to fulfill everything they wanted to before this time came? And that's the message this morning. Will your dreams be buried alive with you? I read something today, and it made me want to share it with everyone. And it says the graveyard is full of successful people who had big dreams, brilliant ideas, and untapped potential. Success means nothing if it dies with you. And I agree with that, because if you really look at the world, that's all it is. It's made up of people's dreams. Everything that we have in history was somebody's dream, somebody's potential, somebody reaching the fullness of what they are. And when they did that, they left such an impact on the world that the world remembered them. I can probably put on some Michael Jackson and everyone will start dancing. Why? Because that's the memory, a great entertainer that he left. And he had great moves. He moonwalked. He did all types of stuff that made you go, wow. And now that he's gone, his song still sells. His family still eats. His legacy still goes on. My daughter loves Michael Jackson. I'm not a big Michael Jackson fan, but I love some of his songs. Some of his songs will make you get up and go crazy. Smooth Criminal, Billie Jean, y'all know him. But my thing is, what am I going to be remembered for? What are you going to be remembered for? What are you thinking about right now to bring into this world that can help us, that can help you feel fulfilled? Because that's what it's about, knowing that when I'm on my deathbed, I did it. I did things that made me feel fulfilled. I did things my way, being who I am. How many of us can say that? And how many of us are going to die without knowing that, or without people knowing the real us? Because let's be honest, a lot of people out there aren't being truthful about who they are. Why? Because they scared of judgment. And that's why majority of us don't achieve our goals or our dreams, because we're so worried about being judged. But what we don't realize is that time is going by. You got to cut that out. Who cares about what people say? You have to do what you want to do to live a fulfilled life. Every time I tried to live somebody else's life that wasn't mine, it never worked. Everything has to return back to the way it was and to its source. I always say that. So somebody can make you be some way for a little bit, but long term, that can't happen. You have to go back to being who you are, because if you don't, you're going to be suppressed and depressed and oppressed by the person that you probably with. But you have the power to change it all. I once read a book and it was called The Four Agreements. And one thing about that book is it taught me that we are dreaming every day that we get up. Every day. You think you just dream at nighttime. No, this is a dream. And the idea of the book was You can change the dream anytime you feel like it. Think about it. I think about that in my life when I read that. I was tired of North Carolina and I wanted to change that dream. I didn't want to do fast food. I didn't want to work in dead-end job. I wanted to do something where I could travel the world. So I took the ASVAB. Next thing you know, I got into the military. Went to Oklahoma. Went to Virginia. Went to Hawaii. You see? The whole dream changed overnight just by one decision. And that's people's problem. They keep making the wrong decisions. Instead of doing the thing that need to be done and applying the discipline to their lives, instead of creating a dream, what are they creating? A nightmare. If you are not striving towards something that can improve your life to the point where you can live the way that you want to live, you are living a nightmare. If you are not being who you want to be, if you can't be yourself around somebody that you claim you love, you're living a nightmare. The dream would be to live the way you want and to be the way that you want to be. But most people are afraid. Like I said, they're afraid about what people will think about them. So they never pursue anything. So they end up going to the grave with who they were and all the dreams that they wanted to do. And I decided that it's not going to be me. And if you listening to this, say right now in the comment section or to yourself, it's not going to be you, because we're going to fight for our dreams. And that's because it makes us feel fulfilled in our existence. I have this analogy that I use, and it comes from this show that I used to watch as a kid called Courage the Cowardly Dog. And I remember his grandpa wishing that he could be the richest man in the world. And he ended up getting his riches, and he had all the money that he ever dreamed of, but he had nowhere to spend it. And that's us. We're full of riches, the business ideas, paintings, songs, artwork, the poetry, the things that really make us feel like ourselves. We have nobody to spend it with because we will not share it with the world. And until we share it with the world, our life will never feel fulfilled, and we will not get to be who we truly are. I'll close with this statement, and it says, don't let the graveyard be the only place that knows your full potential. The world doesn't need another silent genius, unspoken truth, or unfinished dream. You were given this vision for a reason, so live it, speak it, build it, because the only thing more tragic than dying is dying with everything still inside of you. Let's not doubt what our dreams inside of us. Let's be who we are and express ourselves through our ideas, through our creativity, and give to the world, because that's the only thing that will be remembered when we're gone. This is the Brian Wright Radio Show. Gone.